Hello YouTube. Today we're going to go over one of my absolute favorite beauty products. Now you guys know how much I love lipstick. Lipstick being pretty much the linchpin of my entire look system. There is nothing better than tossing on mascara and a really bold lip and looking like you spent a ton of time and effort on your makeup on that day, but you totally just spent like 2 minutes putting on a bold lipstick. So I love a lot of different lipsticks and I have tons of favorites, but there are a few that are particular in my heart and I wanted to do a review of them for my channel so you guys kind of had a bit of a backseat look into some of my favorite things and some of the beauty products that I hands down recommend to invest in if you're looking to build a lipstick collection or build up your makeup collection. So today we're going to talk about NYX Liquid Suede lipsticks. What? So I stumbled upon the NYX brand about a year ago when they finally started selling it in Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada. NYX is awesome. Not only are they incredibly affordable, these lipsticks retail for I believe around $9.99, usually it's around $10 plus tax. But they're very good quality. You're not paying for something that is rubbing off in 10 minutes. You're really paying for something that is a really good dupe to a lot of the more expensive lipsticks. You know, I love Sephora and I own quite a few sort of expensive lipsticks and expensive products, and you know, they are great, like Smashbox, Kat Von D, they are great lipsticks, but you know, not everyone can afford to spend $30 on a tube of lipstick, or if you're like me and you like wearing like so many different colors, it's a little ridiculous. You're gonna want something that is a little bit more affordable so you can really switch out your lipstick. So I give you NYX Liquid Suede lipstick. So these are matte lipsticks. They are long-lasting matte lipsticks. They are so incredibly creamy and smooth, and less really is more with these lipsticks. So I'm going to swatch a few of the different colors for you. So these are the colors that I wear the most, and one color which is brand new, which was featured in my August look of the month video, and swatch them for you so you can sort of see their consistency, and then I'll apply and let you know a little bit about sort of the tips and tricks for this particular brand of lipstick. But like I said, highly recommend it if you're looking to build up matte lipstick collection but you don't want to be spending $30 or more. Really invest in some of these NYX Liquid Suede lipsticks. So we're gonna go, and they just come in a great variety of colors too. So we're gonna start with what is, you know, they have more demure colors like this one here, which is probably one of my daily wear lipsticks. So I wear this a lot at work. I wear it a lot, you know, when I have meetings and that sort of thing. And it's just a really great sort of solid lip color that is, you know, more demure. So do this here. As it will not. There we go. So you can see it goes on really wet, really shiny. It's a beautiful color, but it dries quite quickly. And when it does, it's a really nice sort of matte, sort of soft finish. But you can see that I really didn't have to spend, you know, a lot of time putting it down, putting the pigment down. They're really pigmented. You actually don't need to put this much on your lips, so it doesn't actually take this long to dry when you're putting them on normally. And I've lost a lipstick. We've got the lipstick back. All right, so you can kind of see as it's drying, a really nice matte, sort of really beautiful color. So you get sort of the more demure colors there. Another example of that is the Vintage, which again, I wear a ton. So I'm just going to, again here, swatch that for you. You can see super pigmented, really don't need a lot, and goes on very wet, but dries really soft, really great. Helping the matte dry. All right, so you can sort of see here, Doesn't seem to want to focus on my hand, but that's okay. There we go. You can sort of see once they're dry how matte they are. You know, they're good, solid lip colors. And they also have sort of really vibrant, bright out of the box colors. So that was NYX Liquid Suede in Vintage, and the first one was Soft Spoken. This is, throw those away. This is Amethyst. So this was one of the very first lip colors I bought that I guess is sort of the trend of the bold lip. And it's just beautiful. It's just like crazy intense purple. You can see. There we go. Just this like crazy intense purple. It takes some confidence to rock this bad boy, but it's a really beautiful, really nice, you know, bright purple. It's a great color if you want to be a little bit bold. They also carry, now they've introduced a new color. This used to be their only sort of dark color, but they've introduced a black lipstick. So I love black lipsticks and I really wanted to rock a black lip, but I'm pretty pale. So black is not a good color for me, but this one was a perfect in between. This is called Stone Fox and it's a bit of a gray, blue, almost dark gray blue. And it's great if you're pale and you want to rock, you know, a bold lip, but you don't want to rock black because black can be difficult. You can see there, really pretty, almost blue-gray color, really dark, but you know, just a really nice sort of blue-gray. And you can see now that this one's been drying, how much more matte it is. They also have a great bunch of reds. This one's called Cherry Skies. Now, it's a really dark red. I personally prefer something a little bit brighter, but this is a wonderful dark red. It's got a very vintage vibe to it. Sort of see, really nice vintage vibe. Again, you can see these in the sun, a lot of natural light in here. So you can see how pigmented they are, how dark they are, which is great. And when they're dry, they're really good for smudging. Now, they're not as good as some of the more expensive lip brands, I will say that. I usually do have to reapply this after lunch in the afternoon, that sort of thing, but it usually lasts through breakfast, through lunch, through morning tea, afternoon tea, and maybe I have to touch it up before the end of the day, but it doesn't completely come off. But I will say that like some of the more expensive lip brands, you can put them on in the morning and you don't have to, you know, basically touch them up until nighttime. These ones you probably will have to touch up, but because they're so much less money, you know, the brief touch up you do, you're not really wasting a lot of product. So you're not spending, you know, a little bit of money, but going through these really long. Most of these I've had for quite a while and I've barely made a dent in them. Like I said, I'm gonna kind of wait till they dry a little bit more and then I'll do a smudge so you can sort of see how that looks. But I'm going to do, this is a brand new color in this line. It's called Run the World. And it's great. Again, it's a part of my August look of the month. And I'm going to apply this just so you can sort of see how that goes. Focus. Here we go. So you can see I've learned it's almost impossible to try to talk while applying lipstick, so I don't try anymore. But you can see that went on crazy easy. One of the greatest things about these lipsticks is you don't need a lip liner, because basically the creamy sort of intense texture of them acts as their own lip liner. They don't bleed. That is one of their best features. You know, I'll put this on and like hours later, I don't get that like bleeding running into the foundation. I don't have to put translucent powder over it. It's just really a great formula, hands down. It's a little bit drying because it is a matte lipstick, so I do recommend moisturizing, you know, maybe before or after wearing sort of matte lipstick, but that's a general rule for matte lipstick. And like I said, you might have to touch it up throughout the, you know, the later afternoon, but generally, once it's dry, it is on there. It's a good lipstick for that. The number one thing I'll say with this brand, and it's a tip for this brand, is less is more. This formula, if you put too much on, if you really pack it on your lips, it gets really like mealy on the inner waterline, and you know, it can get really like crumbly, and I hate that. I hate that feeling. But you know, I've learned that that's just because you're putting on too much product. It's not like a cream-based lipstick where you really got to sort of put it on there. This is a very pigmented, very powerful formula. You don't need very much at all. Like I would typically, you know, scrape the brush a little, and pretty much that's all. Like that little brush worth is all I'm doing. So it's incredibly worth the cost. It's a great brand in general, but this particular product of them, their Liquid Suede, is an amazing cream lipstick. It's wonderful. And like I said, totally worth the price. You do get a little bit of touch up at the end of the day, but it's worth it in my opinion for fun colors at a really affordable price. So you can see here, we've got some that are dried, and you know, you do get some smudging that does happen, but it's not awful. It's not by any means, you know, terrible. If this was a little bit drier, I'd smudge for you, but you can see the change now that it's dried a bit. And like I said, not sticky, which is great. Generally, one of my absolute favorite lipsticks. So feel free, grab some of these shades. Let me know how it goes for you. If you have any comments or questions about these lipsticks in particular, leave them below and I'll answer them up. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more wonderful reviews of awesome makeup products, not only just expensive makeup, but drugstore makeup that's accessible to most people. And definitely like the video if you enjoyed it. Thanks so much, everyone, and I will be back soon. Mwah.